Hey, welcome back to Monster Gaming. I haven't done a video on Elvenar lately, but it is a game that I'm still enjoying. This is another game that moves pretty slowly. There's a lot of goals to meet, a lot of like daily small little tasks that you want to work on. They do events. Um, Instead of alliances, there's fellowships in here, and there's just a lot going on. But it's a nice game, pretty great graphics. Um, So I'm trying to see when is this going to end because I need to get more of those. 14 days left. Perfect. So I can keep working on some of those things there. Um, I was slightly stuck for like a little bit because the way you progress in this game, there's basically like a tech tree. And I got kind of stuck because I was just about to go to the next age, but I had not expanded my territory enough. So I had to like expand another 4 or 5 territories, and fighting in this game can be a little tricky if you don't spend tons of time upgrading the things that make your troops larger or stronger. So in this game, I like producing goods. I find that very fun. And you come back to the game, you have goods, you can trade with other people in the fellowship or other people in the game. They have a pretty good system of that. So if you need something, you can usually trade for it. And if you are in a fellowship, you can usually get your goods easily within like 3 hours, as long as you're making offers that make sense. I don't gouge anybody. I usually give them a little bit more than they'll give me just so I can get that completed. And the best thing about it is that you have the boosted goods. So if you look at all 3 standard goods from basic, refined to precious, you can probably tell which one I have that is boosted. And that's generally the only one that I produce. I do have some specialty buildings like this one here, which will give me that, which is nice. So I like having that. I just got this one fairly recently, which is the Twilight Phoenix, and this one produces silk. So every now and again, if I see an event and it has a building that gives me some good stuff, if I have the space for it, I will use it until I find something better down the road. Um, but that way I have a way to get some of those goods that I don't naturally produce myself. And it kind of helps me out, and it's passive, so it's not like I have to constantly say, here, build this, build that. It generates stuff on its own. The other thing that I like is that everybody's helping everybody in this game. You're not running around trying to attack everybody, and you probably already know that if you've played this game. It's all about helping everybody else, which in turn helps you, which is nice. So it's a very laid back kind of game. There's not a ton of pressure to do much of anything. But when you go to the research tree, I'm over here in Advanced Scouts. I need to get 80 knowledge points, which is going to take me a little while. If I scout, I'll definitely be able to get more. I'm just going to dump them all in here. That's fine. And then this alone is going to help me out a ton. Reducing scouting costs, lower scouting costs. It's also going to decrease negotiation costs and enemy army size. So that's why I think I'm struggling right now, because I haven't unlocked that yet. Once I unlock that, it's going to make it easier for me. Then you're going to be able to do magic residence and magic workshops. And these are, they produce a lot more than the standard buildings. So I'm crazy excited to get to that point, but it's going to take me a little while because I still need a lot of those. Then I have a city expansion here, which is definitely going to help. And then I have the golem promotion, which is really cool. And then there's a bunch of other stuff here that I need to pay attention to. But it's all going to take its own time, and I'll definitely be playing for a while to get there. But that's fine. This is not a game that you want to rush all over the place, because you're going to get to points where you don't have the enough knowledge points or you don't have the right goods or materials to do things. And that's fine. So I think at the beginning I was getting a little bit tired of it because it was progressing so slowly. But even with everything that I have, there's still so much more for me to do. A lot of these buildings I can still upgrade. I definitely need more space. Sometimes we do events and you get new buildings and you have no room. So you want to make room, so you progress that way to get things going. But it's still fun, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so you can see the detail in this game. It's really nice. This is originally a, what is it called? Online browser game that was eventually ported over to mobile. So if you play on a computer, the graphics are a little bit better. You know, they're optimized for a computer type of screen. You're also going to get a lot more menus, but they're also going to be more discrete because you have a bigger space to work with. So it's much better on a PC. When you fight, you actually get the fight versus on mobile. It's that you have these stats, they have these stats, and they automatically play off one another, and then you either win or lose, which is fine. It's telling me I'm losing internet connection or something. Who knows? But the thing that really keeps me back to this game is that every building can be upgraded at least a few times. Some of them way more than that, and they do change. You know, they have all kinds of different themes, so you can see which buildings kind of look similar to other buildings. So you'll know when you might have got them, or did you play the same event and you got multiple buildings, because they're all gonna relate in a way. Um, and just the artwork is phenomenal. I mean, these are different housing buildings right here. That's a level 7 versus a level 15, big difference. Um, and that's a level 10, which looks really interesting. So actually, I think that's one of the things I was going to do. I was going to get rid of these. I have all those materials. Let's do that. Perfect. And it takes a while, but like I said, there's no rush to really do anything in this game. Um, so where was I going with this? Oh, I'm still playing the game. I still enjoy it. It does play pretty slow, unfortunately. So it's not super fun to do a Let's Play Elvenar because there's not going to be too much for me to do. But I'm thinking every few weeks or so, I might do an update and show you some of the new stuff, or maybe if there's a new event, maybe we can point at that. So this is the event that's going on right now. I recall playing this one last year, which is nice. They've improved the game though, so now you can re-roll the daily exclusive if it's not something you want. Or let's say last year you got whatever that prize was before. You have no need for a second building. You can re-roll, which is cool. So you can kind of mix up the prizes. And they are bringing back some of the buildings from before. That's another cool thing with the game is if you do look on YouTube, they have their own videos that they put out. There's a lot of people that do videos on these. I don't know about now, but I know there was a time where there was a bunch of them coming out left and right. But they do listen to the player base. So I know there's some buildings that were more exclusive before. You know, if you didn't play that event, you can never get those buildings again, which was fine because then you could tell, you know, when somebody played. But I know that they've changed it a little bit. So if it's the same event that happened before, they might bring back one of the buildings from back when, which is really cool. So you can still, you know, maybe get a building that came out 3 years ago that was amazing and did some crazy stuff, and but you weren't playing at the time, so it was unfair that you couldn't own that, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I don't have too much to show you really. I moved a couple things around. I added more space down here on the bottom left because I needed it. Trying to increase my population because the more population I have, the more I can upgrade other buildings because they will take population. So I have more houses than I need, but I don't have enough space to make them the bigger size. So if you look at these here, this one is smaller than this one. So once I get to this size, I'm starting to run out of space. So that's why I made multiples. Also, I think, yeah, see, so these that are level 15, to get to level 16, I need to research, which means I don't have the technology to go up past 15. That's another reason why I had to make more houses, because to get more population, I wasn't going to get it out of these. So space is definitely going to be a constraint in this game. So if you played games like that before, that's nothing new. But it's so calm, casual. I know you can't hear the music, but the music is very soothing and calm. And we chit chat from every now and again, but sometimes nice. We do try to help each other. So this is what I'm working on. Oh, I'm getting there. How do I throw more at this? Was it this one? Research. Yes, let's throw some more at this. Might be able to finish this. That'd be super exciting. These ancient wonders are super amazing. They're very specific though, of what you get out of them. I'm going to waste a couple of these, but that's fine. Let's do it. Upgrade. Requirements, 340 I have. Okay, I have all the requirements and it's going to cost me this. Let's do it. So this is a level 8. There's a bunch of levels on this. So level 8, am I going to level 8 or going to level 9? I think I'm going to level 9. It's increasing my population little by little. It's also giving me ranking points. If I remember correctly, though, the population increase is a percentage. No, it's not going to tell me there. Of your overall population. So let's see. Now I'm going. Let's see. It's very expensive to level these up because you're using the knowledge books, which take a while. So this is where your whole fellowship would chip in and help you if they're nice. Let's see. So now I'm getting into, let's see, 20. That'd be over 500 population I would gain, and I would get that much gold every 3 hours, which is insane, and ranking points. Wow. So let's see, how long is that going to take? 17 hours. I think I have some. I use that. I only have one. And I don't want to use the 5-hour one. I'll use that. Let's use this. And we'll just do that one, and we'll wait a minute, and then we'll go back and look at it in a little bit. I don't think this looks much different. That's the other thing about the Ancient Wonders is, actually maybe it will, but no matter how much you upgrade them, their footprint does not increase, which is awesome because actually pretty much everything else in the game that has multiple leveling going on, they start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That's another thing. I'm going to show you another reason why to play this game. Oh, let me shake everybody's hand first and help them out. Because I did spend some of these just now doing what I just did. So if I can get a few of those back, that would be awesome. So let me do this real quick. These are my... Okay, good. I needed that. My alliance mates. I'm going to see if we can... Keep going. Okay, that's it. So what I wanted to show you is what it looks like if you are high level in this game. I can go to Copland. That's our top player. And I don't want to do any of these things, but I do want to check out their city. Let's see. I think mine is zoomed in to about there. Look how much stuff they have. I don't even know what this stuff is. Jeez. They have all this stuff uncovered. No, mine might be zoomed into there maybe. They have a ton of stuff, and everything has to be touching a road unless otherwise stated. Some of them don't, but the majority of the buildings do. Let's see. That's insane. So you can see some of these are from the winter events because they're doing all kinds of wintry type things. That thing's really cool. That's their magic building. What the heck is that? I mean, sometimes you could literally spend minutes upon minutes just looking at other people's cities to see what kind of buildings they have. Even better though. Now this is mobile. I mean, maybe better on PC, but I can tap on any one of these and it'll tell me the name of it. There's other games that don't do that. You can't even click them. Main hall. So just by looking at that, I can see that they're elves because the main halls look like that for the elves as opposed to for the humans. Now, what are these things? Mushroom farms. Okay. Orc rally point. Okay, so they're already past the orc part of the game. So not only do you expand, but as you get further in the game, you attract other races, and they come and hang out and provide culture and provide goods for you, and you build partnerships. That was just really cool. Like Copper Dragon, really cool. Crystal Unicorn. I mean, all these like look really cool. Let's zoom into this one and see what we can see. Okay. Cool dragons. Hungry treasure. Now, obviously, I can't see what they do, but at least I know the name, so you could always Google it and see what those things done. The human ship, really cool. What is this thing? Workshop. Wow, so level 17 workshop looks like that. Versus the tiny little workshops I have now. Yeah, they look fine, but they look kind of like medieval. These look a lot more high end. That looks really cool. What is this thing? Express service. All this express service. Phantom bear. Another phantom bear. Really cool. Let's see. What is this thing? Magical supply station. Snowball hut. What is this? Windmill of evil. That's amazing. Okay, training grounds. That looks really cool too. These ones I've seen, Hazeltown. I think I had something like that before, or in a previous game. I think that's in the fall, but I could be wrong. But that will probably come back. Some of the buildings are generic for the events, but then there's others that are a lot more rare. What is this? Ghost of present, past, and future. What? Yeah. So this is why I play the game because I want to get to like these amazing things. Like this thing is massive. That's bigger than my houses. Um, so yeah. So yeah. So if you're contemplating playing the game or you just started, please comment below. Ask any questions for any suggestions. I might have some tips on like commerce type stuff on how to do better with your trades, how to make more income. But see how zoomed out I am. Okay. Uh, what kind of buildings may be better than the other. I mean, I'm not a pro, but I've researched the game a bunch and taken my time. You're not going to see tons of progress uh, overnight because things take forever. And sometimes you want to focus on a few things and maybe it's not even progression. Maybe it's just like the little mini quests, or maybe you just want to get a ton of resources together so you can pillage a little bit or buy things or upgrade things. So there's a lot of stuff to do. I'm still working my way through it. Still super fun. But yeah, any questions, any insight, any input, anything, please feel free to post it below. Thank you.